What should I be comparing when I'm choosing a lender? Well, that is a great question. And the number one attribute that I look for is the number of VA loans that they have worked that led to completion. I have worked with several lenders, a lot of whom reach out to me because they know how impassioned I am about working with veterans and active duty military. And one of the things I will tell you, after I always give one lender a deal, I always try to put them in on one to see how they work. I can always tell when a lender has not worked a lot of VA loans when simple things that we could have already addressed up front are typically problems in the back end. For example, I had one lender who was doing a deal with a reservist, and when I asked for the pre-approval letter, he provided it quickly. I'm thinking, you've done VA deals before. You don't need me to ask any other questions. Well, you know what he didn't do? He never pulled the veteran certificate of eligibility. Now, when I asked why he didn't, he said, well, it didn't come up in the system. And I said, well, he's a reservist. Do you know if he applied for it yet? And his response was, well, what do you mean? That was the sure sign that I was working with somebody that maybe hadn't worked with just that unique situation before. But that's why I'm so very protective of not only my active duty personnel, but my veteran personnel going to the lenders that I've vetted and I've said, hey, this guy, I'll Roger up. I'll put my name on his and I'll say, hey, he's going to do you great service. Now, at the end of the day, you are free to choose who you want. A lot of folks, when they come here, they always want to pick the ones with veterans something in the name. Not a big fan. I don't like them, but that's just my personal preference. I'm not going to harp on that because I don't want to get in trouble.